On the start. This being the first home game for both teams, the season will do the entire rosters. First for the non-starters for the Culver Community Cavaliers. Wearing number 4, senior Austin Ottoman. A sophomore, number 10, Owen Klinger. A freshman, number 15, Tyler Fisher. A sophomore, number 22, Joseph Paul. And a junior, number 32, Colin Odell. The non-starters for your own Zebras. A sophomore, number 2, Quinn Stasiak. Sophomore, number 3, Grant McCarter. A junior, number 4, Isaiah Jackson. A junior, number 12, Trey Stasiak. A junior, number 15, Nathan Jacobs. Another junior, number 30, Bryce Abbott. Senior, number 32, Jerry Plummer. Junior, number 40, Elijah Yarber. And sophomore, number 54, Eli Stevens. Time now for the starters. First for the Culver Cavaliers. Number 3, Owen Baquet. A junior, number 11, Ron Ziaja. A junior, number 23, Hunter Mann. And junior number 33, Jake Fisher. And a senior number 45, Brandon Jones. And your starters for 2019-19 Zebras. A 5'9" junior. Coached by Mr. Rocco. Varsity officials for tonight's contest, Mr. Justin Paul, Mr. Trent Long, and Mr. John Hertzberger.
And the Rochester Zebras in their home whites with some gold and some black. Rochester will go to our left. Obviously the Cavaliers to our right. It'll be Brady Perez and Ziaja to jump center for their squads. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Nice student section. Nice following across the way. Culver brings a nice crowd tonight as well. Here we go, the first game of the regular season for the guys underway as the Zebras control the tip. Nick Allen in the backcourt. Pushes ahead quickly to Lingenfelder. Feeds down low to Reinhardt. Kyle on the block. Outside of Perez. Just inside the three-point line. Straightaway jumper. No good. And we're going to have a foul 11 seconds in. And it's going to be against the Zebras.
That's going to come against Reinhardt, his first, team first.
7:49 to play in the first quarter. The Cavs with the basketball. Villicutt will walk it right through the center circle against the man-to-man defense. High on the left side to Ziaja. Couple of dribbles to Jones. To Fisher. Ziaja on the near side. Looks on the block to Jones. Good defense by the Zebras. Up over the top to Mans. His long three is short. And the rebound being tipped around. Rochester comes out of there with it. Reinhardt's with it. Now to Allen. Nick Allen pushes up the floor for the Zebras. Crosses the timeline left down the corner to Lingenfelder. Lingenfelder with the basketball. Uses his dribble in the corner. Down top of the key to Perez. Brady between the rings of the volleyball line. Holds against the man-to-man defense. Fakes right. Goes left. Rises up into paint. Shot is good.
Perez with a really good vertical leap. Anytime he can get a little bit of separation, he ought to be able to get up and get over the top of the defender.
You're exactly right. Most defenders, in fact.
Most defenders, yeah.
So Culver with the basketball. Villicutt against the Cavalry Lingenfelder, and then Lingenfelder forces the 5-second call. Rochester going to get it back. I thought there was some separation there that might have stopped that count, but obviously I was
apparently not
incorrect. That's the norm.
So Rochester doing a pretty good job with the man-to-man defense. First couple of possessions for Culver.
6:45 to play first quarter. Nick Allen runs the point for the Zebras. Bounce pass on the field high on the right side. One dribble to his right, goes baseline to Perez. Brady against the man-to-man defense. Kicks it out to Lingenfelder. Three, right wing, is off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound tipped around. Culver comes out of there with it. Jones with the rebound and gives to Villicutt. 2-0 Rochester. Minute and a half gone here in the opening quarter at Rochester High School. Villicutt works against the man-to-man defense. Bounce pass to Ziaja. Ziaja looks back toward a wide open Villicutt, and he is fouled before the shot. Boy, if he goes up, he's going to the line to shoot too.
Yeah.
If he doesn't make it.
Lingenfelder with the foul. That'll be team second.
Villicutt there, Brad, I thought gave Cavalry Lingenfelder time to make up.
Yeah, Culver had that backdoor screen on their first possession, but they didn't throw the ball, and I think they got a little conversation from the coach saying, hey, it doesn't necessarily look open, but it is.
Yeah,
and
it was,
enough,
you're right.
It was.
Villicutt hits his first free throw. He'll have one more, looking to tie this at 2. Second of the way is no good, and the ball tipped out of bounds by the Cavaliers. Rochester will get it back. Full court press now, man-to-man full court press by the Cavs. Onnefield gets it into Lingenfelder, back to Onnefield, now to Allen. Nick Allen asks to clear out and brings up the floor. Right-handed dribble, crosses the timeline right. Now at the free throw line, stops, pops, partially blocked, gets his own rebound, rises back up in the lane, off the window, and good. 4-1 Rochester, 2 minutes gone in the opening quarter. And Villicutt and Coach Kruger wants to slow things down here a little bit. Villicutt bounce pass near side to Ziaja, looks back door again. Good job by the Rochester defense closing that thing down. Villicutt now goes harder, hard at his left, blocked from behind by Cavalry Lingenfelder, picked up by Reinhardt, down to Lingenfelder to Allen. Allen across the timeline, on the run, hesitates, now accelerates at the right elbow, outside of Lingenfelder, stands behind the arc in the right corner, now dribbles to the line, jump stop outside of Perez. Brady, right between the rings, top of the key. Couple of dribbles to his right, bounce pass to Allen. Nick Allen feeds down low to Reinhardt. He turns around, loses the hand on the way up, gets his own rebound, goes back up with his left hand, blocked out of bounds, saving going out of bounds by the Zebras. Now Brady Perez has it. He rises up off the window and good.
Nice job by Brady Perez to keep the loose ball alive, give the Zebras another chance.
Cavaliers will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your Nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
5:10 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 6-1. I think Coach Kruger, Brad, had enough of seeing Rochester with offensive rebounding.
Right, but we talked about that in the pregame. They've got the height advantage across the board, and if they weren't doing it, Coach Malco would be having a talk with his kids.
Cavalry Lingenfeller just picked up foul number 2. And that's going to send Coach Malco to the bench, looking up and down the bench, and he's going to bring in Quinn Stasiak. I think Quinn has 3 quarters. I think he played 2 in the JV contest. So Lingenfeller is out with 2. Stasiak, the sophomore, in. It'll be Cavalier basketball. Villiquette will bring it up the floor for the Cavs. Rochester up 6-1 with 5 to play in the first quarter.
Rochester in a 2-3 zone now.
Mans to Ziaja to Villiquette. Feeds down low to Jones. Jones kicks it back outside. Ziaja, Mans, 3, no good. Weak side rebound to Perez. Brady, now to Allen. Nick Allen brings it up hard for the Zebras, who are up by 5. In the corner to Stasiak. Quinn drives the baseline, jump stop. Kicks it outside to Reinhardt. Kyle drives, loses the handle on the way to the basket, but he's going to be fouled while doing that. I believe it's going to be 33, Fisher.
Be his first, team first.
That's going to send Tucker Fisher into the game for the first time, and he'll replace Jake Fisher. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 4.5 to play in the first quarter, Rochester by 5. Nick Allen looks to get it in, does so to Perez. Brady just inside the arc, feeds down low Onnefield. Onnefield backs his way in. Cut off by the defense on the block. Outside now to Perez, high on the right side for the Zebras. Brady just stands there. Dribbles right, goes left, leaner in the lane, off the glass, good and foul!
Basket's good by Perez.
Brady will go to the line to shoot 1, looking to push this lead to 8.
Tucker Fisher picks up the foul. It's team the second. Perez doing a great job recognizing that he could get a step on his defender. Took him all the way into the paint. Well, the little finger roll off the glass.
You can tell that his defender is scared to death that Brady Perez is going to take him off the dribble, because if Brady wanted to take that 15-footer, he could.
Yeah, you're right. He's giving him lots of room.
So Brady Perez at the line to shoot 1. The senior flies the first one and is good. Eli Stevens and Bryce Abbott check into the Zebra lineup as well.
Perez was 7 of the 9 in the first quarter.
9-1 Rochester. 2-3 zone by the Zebra defense. Villiquette high on the left side to Fisher. Fisher with Abbott in his jersey gives to Villiquette. Jump pass taken away by Eli Stevens, and he steps out of bounds. Then gets a fist bump from his coach because Rob sees that he's working hard.
That was a good job. They had 3 defenders pushing Culver at the volleyball line, and they made a long over-the-head pass, and Stevens did a great job of intercepting it.
Villiquette with the basketball, high on the left side to Fisher. Back to the right wing to Villiquette. Now in the corner to Mann. Speeds down low to Jones. Jones pass tipped away. There's a sprint for it. Villiquette hauls it down under the Rochester basket and brings it the other way on a sprint. Out to Fisher, in the corner to Ziaja. Back to Fisher, left wing. Top of the key to Villiquette. He can't dribble. Villiquette bounce pass to the free throw line to Jones. Jones goes to the basket, fakes, rises up, shots good, and a foul. So that's going to send Brandon Jones to the line to shoot 1 for the Cavs with 3:39 to play in the first quarter.
Stevens got called for the foul, his first, team fourth.
The right-handed free throw on the way, short. Rebound to Abbott. Bryce is going to be fouled on the reach-in by the Cavs. It'll be Zebra basketball.
Jones is going to pick up the foul.
Team third.
Colin Odell, a junior for the Cavs, comes in, and Jones comes out. Val just told us that Odell is a transfer from Argus. 3:36 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 9-3. Nick Allen with some pressure crosses the timeline to the right elbow extended. Now to Perez in the paint. Brady rises up at the free throw line. Off the back of the rim, no good. Good block out by the Cavs. Villiquette with the rebound. Gives ahead to Mans. Mans in the left corner out to Villiquette left wing. Fakes. Pulls it outside. Ziaja between the rings of the volleyball line. Now high on the near side to Fisher right in front of the Rochester bench. Gives top of the key to Villiquette, who swings left side to Mans. And then, are we going to get a foul on Eli Stevens for that? Are you kidding me?
They're going to call Stevens for reaching around. That's his second, team fifth.
And that's going to bring Alex Onnefield back into the game. And Eli Stevens will come out. 3:07 to play in the first quarter. Rochester by 6 at 9-3. Mans baseline left to look to get it in underneath his own basket. Does so in the corner to Fisher. Thought about a 3. Passed it up. Now over the top of the defense to Mans on the right side. Now to Villiquette. He'll fire a 3 from the right wing. Good.
Villiquette with 4 of the 6 for Culver.
And it cuts the Rochester lead to 3. Nick Allen across the timeline. He works against man, now in the man-to-man defense. Works in the center circle, takes it right hard, and he's going to be manned up and fouled by Mann. Mann's, that is. And it'll be out of bounds for Rochester on the far side near the student body.
It'll be Mann's first, team fourth.
2:46 to play in the first quarter. 9-6 Rochester. Quinn Stasiak will trigger it in. Against Quinn Stasiak.
Whoa, about lost it.
Gives to Abbott. Abbott runs a baseline, dumps down low. Onfield loses it on the way up, gets his rebound, puts up a tough shot on the baseline, no good. And the rebound to Odell.
That was a good look by Abbott. He drove to the baseline, brought the defense with him, and found Onfield open, but Onfield just couldn't get the shot off.
Mann's to Villaquette. Rochester still in that 2-3 zone. Mann's on the right side. Now to Villaquette, left side to Ziaja. Ziaja steps back behind the three-point line, gives to Mann in the corner. Now to Villaquette. Kicks it out to Fisher. Tucker Fisher, 3 straight away for the Cavs is no good. And Quinn Stasiak grabs the board. Quinn rips and runs for the Zebras, up by 3 with 2 to play in the first quarter. Brady Perez now works against Ziaja. Nick Allen with the basketball. Bounce pass to Abbott behind the arc on the left side. Bryce holds. Bounce pass to Perez at the right elbow. Now he backs it out behind the three-point line straight away. Goes left, fakes right. To Allen, 3, right wing, no good. Abbott, put back, good.
Bryce Abbott working on the outside, kind of found himself alone in the paint.
Yep. Backdoor to Fisher, Brad, and missed a cutting wide open Fisher, and it goes out of bounds. The Zebras are going to get it back. 90 seconds to play, first quarter. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 11-6 Rochester. Nick Allen works it up the floor, in the paint, jump stop, 15-footer off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Cavaliers. Mann's with the basketball. Good look, boy, he couldn't pass that up.
No, you're right, he's wide open at the free throw line. You gotta like shots like that.
Odell has his pass tipped away, picked up by Abbott, ahead to Perez. Brady, the minute 8, stands high on the left side, right in front of the scorer's table. Now works to his right hand, at the elbow. Oh, the Euro step leaner off the window is good.
Abbott with 9 in the first quarter.
Perez?
I'm sorry, Perez, yes.
Okay. 13-6 Rochester, 50 to play in the first quarter. Villaquette. Ziaja against Stasiak. Down low to Odell, backs his way in and travels. Better than a charge because that was next.
You're right. Bryce Abbott doing a good job on defense.
Owen Klingler will come into the game for the first time for the Cavs. Also Jake Fisher to come back. Ziaja and Villaquette to come out. 44 seconds to play.
Also 22, Paul.
Joseph Paul comes into the game for the first time as well tonight. 44 seconds to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 13-6. Quinn Stasiak now runs the point for the Zebras. He'll be picked up at the timeline by Klingler. Quinn Stasiak backs his way to the three-point line, now off to Bryce Abbott. Bryce stands, holds the basketball, still holding, no count yet. Oh, there it is. I was looking at the wrong guy. This guy in front of me was counting, couldn't see that. I was looking at the guy across the way.
Yeah.
And a 5-second call assessed against the Zebras.
That's just the second turnover against Rochester.
30 seconds to play in the first quarter. 13-6, Cavs basketball. Klingler will get it in, does so to Paul. Paul runs the point, is across the timeline for the Cavs. Works to the right side against Allen. Now to Fisher, to Odell, and he travels again, no call, loses the handle, picks it up. Oh, swings an elbow, no call. Looks back door to Klingler, his jumper off the back of the iron, and in. And it's 13-8, 10 seconds. Stasiak left wing with 8. Outside of Nick Allen with 6. Allen holds, wide open 3 with 3. Is good. That's going to do it for the first quarter. After 1, Rochester leads 16-8. You're listening to Zebra Basketball. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Brocky Insurance offers personalized coverage options for all of your insurance needs. You can trust your policy through Erie Insurance has been customized specifically for you, your assets, and your budget. Online at brockyinsurance.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
Right. Yeah. Rochester had a lot of good open looks in that first quarter.
Well, including the three that ended the quarter.
Yeah.
Nick Allen was wide open.
A lot of times those are the hardest ones to hit.
Yeah, you're right.
You realize you're wide open and then you hesitate.
You're right. It kind of out of rhythm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cavs with the basketball to start the second quarter, that is, and Nick Allen picks the pocket of Paul and goes in for the left-handed layup. Rochester now up by 10 at 18-10. And Coach Kruger going to go back to his bench and bring Villaquette back in, who is his point guard. Paul has it picked off by Reinhardt's. Kyle Reinhardt's left-handed layup is good. Timeout, Culver. It is a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WR, RTC TV 4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank, online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Into the game as well for the Cavs. So across the timeline right through the center circle, Calvary Lingenfelder back into the game. 3 by Klingler, no good, and the rebound to Jerry Plummer, who's in the game for the first time for Rochester. Allen ahead to Lingenfelder, spot up 3, wide open, is off the back of the rim, no good, and he gets his own rebound. Gives outside to Allen. Allen misses out of field down low. Now gives top of the key to Lingenfelder.
Otterfeld getting bear hugged down on the paint.
Lingenfelder at the top of the key, outside of Otterfield, throws it off the foot of the Cavs, and they get the loose ball. Young man, you're 6'7", you're 10 feet away from the basket, rise up.
Yeah, right.
Villaquette on the right wing. 2-3 zone by the Zebras. No, maybe 2-3. Maybe man to man. It is man to man.
It is the man, yeah. Even their 2-3 zone that they were in earlier, they were very, very active. They weren't sitting back at any by any
you're
means.
right. Odell with the basketball for the Cavaliers. Now to Ziaja on the right wing. Ziaja against Plummer. Takes it left to the left elbow. Now goes the basket, foul on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Plummer going to pick up that foul. That'll be his first, team 6th. After all, this is the first game of the season. You should have lots and lots of energy, shouldn't you?
Lots and lots.
Lots and lots.
Absolutely. Grant McCarter will come in after this first free throw for the Zebras, another sophomore for Rochester. Ziaja at the line to shoot 2 for the Cavs. Eyes the first one, lets it fly, nothing but net. And Nick Allen gets a break. Eli Stevens back in with 2 fouls, and Alex Otterfield will sit down. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Brandon Jones back in for the Cavs as well. And I believe Jake Fisher. Ziaja with 1 more for the Cavaliers. Second one is no good. Eli Stevens grabs the board at about the rim. Now to McCarter. Outside to Lingenfelder. Back to McCarter. Grant drives the paint. Kicks it outside to Calvary. Calvary just inside the 3-point line. Now to Jerry Plummer behind the arc right side. He dribbles once to his right. Outside to McCarter. Into paint. Rises up. And off the back of the rim. No good. Eli Stevens with the rebound. Eli, a couple of dribbles. Kicks it outside to McCarter. Under 6 to play in the first half. Rochester up 20-9. McCarter jump stop out to Lingenfelder in the paint. Gives out to Plummer. He'll fire a 3 left wing. It's good. It's 2.
Plummer gets a 2.
That's what happens when you can penetrate and kick. And Plummer again wide open.
Yeah.
Brooks Throws up a tough shot, no good. Eli Stevens another board. Clears to
Great
Carter.
defense on Rochester's part. They got him trapped down underneath the backboard. They didn't have a very good shot.
Lingenfelder stands with the ball above his head. Takes Klingler right, down low to Reinhardt's. Ball loose on the floor. We're going to have actually Rochester comes out of there with a loose ball to Plummer. He'll take another long jumper, no good. Eli Stevens, a weak side rebound, put back, no good. And the rebound to Villaquette, ahead to Fisher. Wide open, right-handed layup is good. The Cavaliers with 11 points, Rochester with 22. 5:05 to play in the first half. McCarter across the timeline against Villaquette, takes him to the left wing. Now in the corner to Reinhardt. Kyle holds the ball above his head, bounce pass to Plummer. Plummer right side to Lingenfelder. And then the entry pass is tipped away by the Cavs, picked up by Villaquette. Culver going to our right, outside to Ziaja. Ziaja cut off on the drive, out to Fisher, now in the corner to Klingler, down low to Villaquette. Backs his way in, throws up a tough shot, foul, nope, before the foul we're going to have a travel. Nick Allen comes back in for the Zebras, and Lingenfelder will come out. Also Mans back in for the Cavs. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman, 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Rochester up 22-11. Fairly big day on Saturday for the Malco family.
Yeah.
This small little thing.
Small little life event. Yeah.
Stevens down low, takes out a tough shot, no good, a lot of contact, no foul. Rebound to the Cavs. Villaquette in the corner demands, in rhythm, takes a three, short. And the ball is rebounded by the Zebras, and a foul coming on Jones for the Cavaliers.
He'll pick up his second, team fifth.
I think a great deal of Abby and Lee Overmeyer, and they're getting married on Saturday. I can't wish them the best.
Yeah.
I can't wish them the best enough, I should say.
Sure, you can wish them the best. Go ahead.
Two good families, two good people. So the Zebras of the basketball on the far side. They're up 22-11 with 4:09 to play in the first half. Allen will look to get it in. Rochester's being covered up pretty well. And the bounce pass comes into Reinhardt. Kyle Reinhardt stops, rises up, shot block, gets his own rebound, and throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, Culver's ratcheted up the defense here a little bit in this second quarter. Rochester not finding as many open looks as they did in that first quarter.
Yep. You're right, the defense has gotten better for the Cavaliers. Villaquette, high on the right side for the Cavs, quickly demands. And Rochester running a half-court trap. Villaquette with the basketball, runs away from the trap, gives demands. High on the right side in front of the Rochester bench. Cross-court pass through the hands of one Cav, picked up by another. Oh, and Villaquette out the right elbow. Ziaja, three, left baseline, in and out, no good. And the rebound to Nick Allen. Nick rips and runs. Now hesitates and accelerates across the timeline. Works to the right wing. Out to McCarter. Three straight away for the Zebras is good. 25-11 Rochester. 3:20 to play in the first half. Villaquette throws up a tough shot. He's fouled and he'll go to the line to shoot one.
Tough shot by Villaquette.
He shot that around about three Zebras. And a little English on it goes in.
Yeah, Stevens got to pick up his third. That'll be the team's seventh.
So Villaquette at the line to shoot one for the Cavs. Looking to cut this lead to 11. And it is good. Eli Stevens, like Brad just said, with 3 fouls. Still in the game. Not for long. Coach Malco looks up and down the bench and will bring Eli Yarber into the game. And now we're going to have a foul coming against the Cavaliers. So now, Brad, both teams from here on out will shoot free throws.
Yeah, as Villaquette picks up his first, team sixth.
So Yarber in for the first time, and Eli Stevens will come out with 3 fouls. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 3:09 to play in the first half. Rochester up 25-14. Nick Allen right in front of the Cavalier bench with the basketball, looking to get it in. Got to hurry. Does so to Yarber. Yarber bounce pass to the baseline to Plummer. Plummer rises up, puts a shot off the window, no good on the rebound of the Cavaliers. Ziaja, ahead to Mans. Mans against the Rochester defense. Oh, Fisher travels, no call, throws up a tough shot, it's good. Jake Fisher took about 3 steps after catching the basketball, no call. And now the lead is down to 9 for the Zebras. McCarter to Allen. Allen looking down low to Yarber, feeds it into him on the right block. Yarber against the double team. Got to get out of the lane, and now Mann steals the basketball, and a foul coming on Rochester, and that's going to send Hunter Mans to the line to shoot one of the bonus for Culver.
Nick Allen going to get called for the push.
2:37 to play in the first half. Rochester by 9, and Hunter Mans, a junior, at the line for the Cavs for one of the bonus. Brady Perez will come back in. Isaiah Jackson makes his first appearance into the contest. Reinhardt comes out, as does Plummer. One and the bonus for Mans. Zebras up 25-16 here late in the first half. Duke lost today by 1. Got beat by number 3 Gonzaga.
Is that allowed?
Early on.
Okay.
Yeah. Coach K will fix them.
Okay.
They've obviously got some issues.
I didn't think they were supposed to lose this year. I wasn't sure that was allowed.
You might as well just get it out of the way early.
All right.
Now they won't anymore.
No.
Second by Mans is good again. Mans 2 for 2 on that trip. 7-point lead for Rochester. Grant McCarter across the timeline through the center circle. Works to the right wing. Now to Allen, high on the right side. Feeds down low to Yarber. Yarber backs his way in. And before the shot, he traveled. And Rochester going to give it back to the Cavaliers with 2:29 to play in the first half. Kyle Reinhardt will come back into the game for the Zebras. And he'll replace Eli Yarber.
Rochester needs to get Brady Perez back involved in the offenses. He had 9 of their 16 in that first quarter.
Yeah.
Seeing his first action here in the second quarter.
I was going to say he got a long break.
Two and a half left.
Villaquette against Isaiah Jackson. Top of the key, high on the left side to Fisher. Now to Ziaja. Ziaja the baseline. Good defense by Grant McCarter. We should have an illegal screen there by Fisher, but it's not going to be. It's going to be a blocking foul because Grant McCarter was pushed into the guy that had the ball by Fisher. Ziaja at the line to shoot one of the bonus for the Cavs.
Ziaja 1 of 2 already from the line.
Donovan Ziaja, free throw, short, good block out by Reinhardt. He grabs the board. Outlets to McCarter. Grant runs. Left side of the floor, now middle of the floor. Gives to Brady Perez. Brady slices through the traffic, rises up, and misses the bunny. Gets his own rebound. Now top of the key to McCarter. 3 straight away, good again.
McCarter with his second 3 of the quarter.
And the Zebras back by 10 with 1:50 to play. Ziaja for 3, no good. The rebound to Allen. Nick Allen pushes for the Zebras, left side of Perez. Brady outside behind the arc. He rises up from 18 feet off the rim, no good. A rebound fall forward. Ziaja and the Cavs come out of there with it. 90 seconds to play first half. Rochester up 28-18. Ziaja coast to coast. Loses the basketball on the way up, picked up by Brady Perez, down to McCarter. Grant through the center circle for Rochester. No look pass to Allen. 3 right side for the Zebras is good.
3 threes in a row for Rochester is kind of opening this up a little bit.
31-18, 1:10 to play in the first half. Villaquette kicks it out to Fisher. Now to Ziaja, left side to Mans in the corner to Villaquette. 3 over Jackson, short. And an offensive rebound for the Cavs, and we should have a tie-up, and it will be a tied-up. Rochester going to get it back. I'm guessing that we're going to go in the locker room and talk a little bit about the offensive opportunities Culver's getting rebounding-wise.
Right, yep, you're right.
57.7 to play in the first half. Rochester up 31-18.
We're getting caught with our head up, looking up instead of getting a body on somebody.
Yep. So Grant McCarter will run the point for the Zebras. He'll work against Mans. Across the 10-second line, left wing now for the Zebras. Gives out to Brady Perez, who stands in the volleyball line with 45. Bounce pass to Reinhardt at the free throw line. Goes to the basket hard, jump stop, rises up, foul the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Nice move by sophomore Kyle Reinhardt. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 41 seconds to play in the first half.
Jake Fisher picks up his second, team 7th. Reinhardt with just enough of a hesitation there on the jump stop that drew the defense.
I think that they were maybe looking for the final shot, but Reinhardt's is like, I've got a wide open opportunity here. So Reinhardt's with 2. Southpaw fires the first one, and it's too hard, no good. He'll have one more. Klingler back in for Culver, and he'll replace Fisher. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 41 seconds to play in the first half. Zebras up 31-18. Kyle Reinhardt to the line for one more for the Z's. Sets himself. Second one on the way. A little softer this time, but still no good. And the rebound of the Cavaliers. Villaquette runs the 35. Here comes a half-court trap by the Zebras. Villaquette runs to the far side. Splits a double team, out the man's. No look. Down low to Odell. His right-handed layup is no good. And the Zebras with the rebound. Reinhardt out to Nick Allen with 22. He'll cross the timeline with 20. Takes it right. Outside to McCarter with 18. Grant holds against the man-to-man defense. 15 seconds, dribbles to his right, kicks it out to Allen with 10. Nick Allen looks at the clock, backs it out to the volleyball line with 7. Nick Allen between the rings with 6. Nick Allen left side of Perez with 4. Back to Nick Allen with 3. Nick Allen runs right. Teardrop shot at the buzzer is good. At halftime, the Zebras lead 33-18. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you. RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are, on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere. Another great service from RTC.
Nick Allen filling in all the spaces in between.
Well, Grant Carter with a couple of big threes when Rochester's lead slipped to 7.
Right.
And then pushed that back to, where we are right now.
Second quarter started with Rochester getting a couple of quick buckets, easy buckets on some turnovers. Culver called the timeout, and then Rochester went on about a 3 or 4 minute drought there as Culver ratcheted up that defensive pressure and took away some of those easier buckets until Grant Carter come in and knocked down a couple of threes.
Alex on the field, playing well in the middle. Eli Stevens, I'm impressed with his hustle. I'm impressed with his fight. He's got several rebounds. I don't think he scored, has he? But he's got a
scored,
rebounds.
But he's got 3 or 4 rebounds, and he picked up 3 fouls. So as far as the fouls, Stevens has 3, and Lingenfelder with 2 for Rochester. Jake Fisher and Brandon Jones each with 2 for Culver.
I wonder where our statisticians are. I'll have to find them.
Probably pre-wedding jitters.
But she's already been married for a couple of days, in fact.
The one of them,
Yeah. We'll find those. Again, we're at halftime. The Zebras lead 33-18. The JV game tonight went to Rochester over Culver 53-15. Quinn Stasiak with 10 for the Zebras. Hey, don't forget, Saturday night, the Rochester Lady Zebras back in action. They'll travel to Winamac to play the Lady Warriors. That's a 6 o'clock JV tip with a 7:15 pregame show and around 7:30 varsity tip, again, from Winamac. Brad and I will have that for you. We're going to take a break. Come back to Rochester after this. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back at Rochester High School, a few minutes left here at the halftime, then we'll go to the third. But Brad, you have some scores from around the area.
Yeah, Wabash leads the Oak Hill boys 15-8.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Brocky Insurance offers personalized coverage options for all of your insurance needs. You can trust your policy through Erie Insurance has been customized specifically for you, your assets, and your budget. Online at brockyinsurance.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
Opening night for both teams. Here comes a half-court trap to start things for Rochester defensively. Backdoor wide open is Jones, and he misses the... Oh, my gosh, we're going to call a foul? What are we calling a foul on? We're going to foul on the Zebras. Is that going to be Reinhardt's?
11. Yep. Reinhardt's got to pick up his second, team first. So third quarter starts just like the first quarter did.
Brandon Jones had a wide open gimme.
Yeah, he did.
Mans looks to get it in. Baseline right for the Cavs. Over the top of the defense to Villaquette. Right wing for the Cavaliers. Now Ziaja. Back to Villaquette against the 2-3 zone. He backs it out and resets for the Cavs. Now in the center circle. Top of that 2-3 zone is Lingenfelder and Nick Allen. And then Fisher tried to skip pass across court. Brady Perez picks it off, gives to Allen. Rochester runs, 30 seconds going to the third quarter, up 33-18.
Now Culver got what they wanted with Jones. They just couldn't couldn't get the finish.
Perez in the paint, backs his way in, cut off by the double team, lowers his shoulder, and going to be called for a charge.
Yeah, Perez picks up his first, team second.
That's going to send Coach Kruger to the bench and bring in Tucker Fisher. Coming out is Jake Fisher. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 7:19 to play in the third quarter, 33-18. Rochester on top, Cavs with the basketball. Villaquette, Ziaja, back to Villaquette, now to Ziaja high on the right side. Bounce pass in the corner to Jones, back to Ziaja, near side to Mans. Mans, I believe, put a few three-pointers up in that first half, Brad. I'm not sure he collected on anything. And then Reinhardt's going to be called for another foul.
That'll be his third.
Reinhardt stole the ball and tried to get the defender's Ziaja off his hip. And in doing so, is going to be collect his third foul. Bryce Abbott into the game, and Reinhardt's to sit down. 6:59 to play in the third. Cavaliers the basketball. Villaquette now against Rochester's man-to-man defense. Works against Lingenfelder. Bounce pass to Ziaja high on the right side against Abbott. One dribble and he travels. $6:50 to play in the third.
And we're going to have a conversation here.
About a travel?
Yep.
What else could it have been?
I don't know.
A foul?
I thought that's what he called from the start, yeah.
You thought a foul?
No.
Travel, okay.
I thought that's what the call was from the
Abbott,
start.
Right side to Allen. Three off the mark. Honefield grabs the offensive board in the left block. Now goes to the basket. Hardy foul a shot. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
That's got to come against Tucker Fisher. No, nope. 45, Brandon Jones. That'll be his third.
At the line, shooting two for the Zebras, 34, Honefield.
On the field looking for his first points of the ball game.
Alex, a 6'7" junior at the line for two. Right-handed shooter, eyes the first one, nothing but net.
Checking in the Cavalier lineup, number 32, Odell.
One more coming for on a field. Alex eyes the second one and puts it in for two. 35-18. Rochester up here early in the third quarter. Villiquette against Rochester's 2-3 zone. Down low, taken away by Bryce Abbott. Just ripped it away from Odell. Perez in the left corner, sends to Nick Allen. Fakes a three, loses the handle of the basketball, right into the hands of the Cavaliers. Odell now to Ziaja. Ziaja across the timeline to Villiquette. In the right corner to Mans. Mans high on the right side of Villiquette against Rochester's man-to-man defense. In the corner to Fisher. Right wing to Villiquette. Outside to Ziaja. Fakes left, goes right, rises up at the free throw line. Short. Offensive rebound to Odell's got to get out of lane. It's got to be a 3-second, and throws it away. So now scramble for it. Lingenfeller comes down with it, and it's fouled by Villiquette.
Villiquette pick up his team second of the half.
Fouls coming on Cavalier number 3, Villiquette, his second, team second.
Rochester doing a good job of trapping Culver down along the baseline. He didn't have very good look for an outlet.
Yeah.
He just kind of chucked it out front, and there wasn't anybody there. Looking down low for Onefeld.
Brady Perez rises the baseline, right. Oh, that's easy, Brad. Yeah, that's easy.
Yep. Perez was able to get the baseline, and once he did, he just took it right in and banked her off the backboard.
19-point lead now for the Zebras. Oh, Villiquette, nice move to the basket, puts it in for two. Timeout Cavaliers, it'll be a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Over Culver, and the Zebras coming back out on the floor as Culver breaks their huddle.
Cavs have 2 timeouts, Rochester all 5. 5:19 to play in the third. Rochester up 37-20.
Full court pressure by Culver.
Nick Allen breaks out easily. Goes all the way to the left elbow, out to Perez. Brady in the paint, stops, turns around, outside to Lingenfelder, now left side to Allen.
Allen out the top of the key, over to Perez on the left elbow, drives the paint. Perez off the glass, misses. A lot of contact down low. Onefeld with the rebound, he puts it back up and is fouled. Onefeld going to the free throw line. That foul coming against Odell. That'll be his first, team third for Culver.
Thank you. On a field at the line to shoot 2 for the Zebras. With 4:55 to play in the third quarter, Zebras up by 17. On a field's first free throw is good. He'll have one more. One more coming for Onfield, looking to push his lead back to 19, which is the biggest of the night. Second one is nothing but net. 39-20. 4:55 to play in the third quarter. Rochester in full court press. Mans ahead to Ziaju, breaks the press. Now on the right wing, saves him going out of bounds, picks up his dribble. Now outside to Odell. Odell over the top of the defense to Fisher, and his three is no good. Defensive rebound for the Zebras. Nick Allen runs for Rochester, hesitates, out to Perez, just inside the arc. Now goes to the basket, rises up off the glass, and good again. Makes it look so easy.
Perez has had several close shots off the backboard. He's missed a few, but not many.
41-20 Rochester, 4:15 to play in the third quarter. Ziaja behind the arc against Lingenfelder. Picks up his dribble, out to Odell. Odell at the free throw line, cut off by the double team. Out to Mans. Mans holds against Allen. Takes me to left elbow. Now behind the arc to Fisher. Top to Ziaja. Right side to Klingler. Klingler one dribble to his left. Over the top to Fisher. Now in the corner to Mans. Mans over Allen. Short. And an offensive rebound to Ziaja for Culver. Ziaja backs it out behind the three-point line. Cross court to Klingler. 15-footer rattles in.
And you're right, Culver getting more offensive rebounds than they probably should be against the taller Zebras.
So Lingenfelder outside right. Dribbles to the paint, stops, rises up, shot short. The on-the-field putback is no good. And we're going to have a tie-up down low. Zebras will keep possession. Trey Stasiak and Isaiah Jackson back into the game for the Zebras. Lingenfelder and Allen to sit. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 3:24 to play in the third. Rochester up 41-22. It'll be Zebra basketball out of bounds baseline left. Stasiak will look to trigger it in. Trey studies. Bounce pass in to Perez. Brady goes to the basket hard, rises up, shot. Foul no good. Is fouling the shot. The shot's no good. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Again, Perez getting close range shot, and that time not being able to get it up over the front of the rim as Fisher picked up the foul. That's his second, team fourth. And Perez looking to add to his 13 points.
Rochester up 41-22. Brady's free throw
short.
Extremely, draws nothing but air. I'm guessing, yeah, down over there applauding.
Yeah, a little winded maybe.
Brady, little smirk on his face. I'm guessing we'll talk about that tomorrow at Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Second one. Hey, nothing but net. 42-22. Full court press by the Zebras. Bryce Abbott steals the inbounds pass to Trey Stasiak. Trey off the window. No good. Brady pass. Put back two-hand flush. Woo!
With a dunk off the rebound. Great job. Good elevation.
Perez steals the basketball again. Gives to Brady. Perez again. Brady. Has a block from behind by Villacquen. He picks up a loose ball. Now we're going to foul Isaiah Jackson. Is that going to be a Fisher? Hang on a minute.
Perez was looking to get another back-to-back dunk.
He was going up.
Yeah, the foul is on Culver. That'll be
Fisher,
his third.
Impressive. We know Brady Perez can
elevate, yeah.
But to do it off the miss?
Yeah.
I got a feeling that's how Rob Malco did it back in the day.
I don't think Malco ever got that close.
Isaiah Jackson to Brady Perez on the right wing. Down low to Jackson. Isaiah then travels before the shot. He'll go give it back to the Cavs. Well, that kind of makes up for the airball free throw, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
All sorts of table conversation tomorrow was just wiped out by that two-handed jam. Ziaja goes to the baseline. Good defense by Stasiak. Outside to Fisher. One dribble. High on the right side is Ziaja. 2.5 to play in the third quarter. 44-22. Mans drives, cut off by the defense. Tries to thread the needle. Turned over by the Cavs. Jackson has it now for Rochester. To Brady Perez. Brady hesitates. Jump stop. Rises up. Shot no good. Onfield's put back no good, but a foul coming on the Cavs. And Alex Onfield will go to the line to shoot two.
That foul's going to be on Jake Fisher, his third.
Team 6 at the line.
And the senior, Onfield, back to the line. He's 4 for 4.
So on a field of the line to shoot two freebies. 2:16 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up by 22. And now 23 as he hits the freebie. Back into the game for the Cavs, Joseph Paul, a sophomore, and Mans back in the game. Or, I'm sorry, comes out of the game. On a field for one more. The 6'7" righty eyes a second one, lets her fly, and it's good as it rattles in. 46-22, 2:10 to play in the third quarter. Ziaja high on the left side, now to Villaquette. Jerry Plummer to come back into the next opportunity. Villaquette at the free throw line, outside is Ziaja, works against Trey Stasiak. Ziaja takes Stasiak to the baseline, rises up over the double team, short, and the rebound to Abbott, who out-jumped Perez to get the rebound. Ahead to Onafield. Onafield on the baseline, dribbles away from the baseline, gives to Perez. Brady, jump stop, leaner on the way is good.
Perez and Onafield have 15 points for Rochester in this quarter. They've outscored Culver 15-4.
100 seconds to play in the third, 48-22. Rochester, Villaquette cut off at the block. Outside to Paul, now to Ziaja. Bounce pass to Paul, thought about a three in the right wing, pass it up. Now top of the key to Fisher, swings left side to Ziaja. Ziaja against Stasiak, 1:20 to play in the third quarter. Villaquette against Jackson. Villaquette out to Fisher, three over Abbott, off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound to Villaquette. Bounce pass down low to Fisher, outside to Paul, 15-footer, no good, and Brady Perez with the rebound. Now to Stasiak with 64 seconds. Trey across the timeline to Brady Perez, rises up from the free throw line. Short, on a field of the rebound, put back no good, but a foul coming on Culver. I don't know if I've ever seen that. So Rochester's running up the floor to our right. The official trailing the play, which is he's now all the way over across the court, was turned around, jawing at the student section coming up the court. Really? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Can't say that I have either.
Alex on the field of the line for two more. Nuts. The first miss.
Yeah,
Plummer and Perez.
Onafield 6 of 7 in this quarter.
Who had a fair quarter comes out. Brady Perez.
Perez, yeah, another 9 points in this third quarter to go with the 9 he had in the first quarter.
And a monster jam.
Yeah.
Alex Onafield with one more. The junior sets himself, fires a second one, and this is nothing but net. 49-22, 54 seconds in the third. Ziaja high on the right side for the Cavs. Ziaja holds now against the double team, gets it to Villaquette, who drives to the corner, backs it out of the wing. Over the top of the defense to Ziaja, and Trey Stasiak's going to commit a foul. On the team fourth, it'll be out of bounds to the Cavaliers right in front of their bench.
First one on Stasiak.
Ziaja will look to trigger it in right in front of their bench. Bounce pass to Villaquette, wide open three, left baseline. Short. Culver loses it out of bounds. It'll go back to Rochester. When we start the fourth here, Brad, we're going to go over some fouls. I think Abby's going to give us some stats as well for the first three quarters. Okay. Nick Allen back in, Isaiah Jackson to sit. 29.8 to play in the, 28.9 to play in the third. Abbott gets it into Allen. 49-22, Coach Malco wants the final shot of the period. Allen across the timeline through the center circle against Villaquette. Jump stop, outside to Plummer. Plummer works to the free throw line. Now to Stasiak with 15. Bounce pass to Abbott. He pulls up and shoots an air ball. Save from to Plummer. Now to Onafield. Now to, with 4 seconds, Nick Allen outside to Stasiak. Three with three is good. And that'll do it for the third quarter. After three, Rochester up 52-22. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI, RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice
19-4 quarter in the third. So we start the fourth. Culver with the basketballs. They work up against the Rochester defense. They turn it over, and Onefeld goes the other way.
Dunk it in man. He is blocked from behind. Cavaliers down the other way. Villaquette coast to coast. Blocked out of bounds by Kyle Reinhardt. Get out of here. So, Abby Malco just gave me some stats. And here's the most impressive stat I've got of the night for the first game of the season. Rochester only has 8 turnovers. Is that what you have?
I've got him for 9, so yeah.
That's a really good first opening night.
It is.
Come on.
Culver working down into the paint.
Brandon Jones is fouled. The Culver Cavaliers will go to the line to shoot. I can't win tonight. I'm not giving the score enough. I'm not giving who we're playing enough. Jeez.
Well, for the record, it's Culver, and we lead by 30. How's that?
Jones' free throw is no good off the back of the rim. So Eli Stevens will come back into the game, and on the field, what is Alex's numbers? What are Alex's numbers?
Onfield has 7 points on 8 free throws.
Yeah, good for him.
Yep.
One more coming for Jones. Second one for the Culver Cavaliers is good. 52-23.
And that's just the 5th point since halftime for Culver.
Say that again.
That's just the 5th point they've scored since halftime.
Wow. Rochester really tightened down the defense, didn't they, in the third quarter?
19-4, third quarter.
Eli Stevens calls for the ball, gets the entry pass from Plummer, misses the shot, picked up by Jones, and he rips and runs. Outside of Villaquette. Now to Paul. Three-pointer is no good. Nick Allen with the basketball. Crosses the timeline right for the Zebras. Minute gone in the fourth quarter. Plummer drives, throws up a shot. The window is good.
Good. Plummer gets his second basket of the ball game.
I believe Eli Stevens threw a nice little screen there to free the baseline. Villaquette just inside the arc against Reinhardt's. Out to Fisher, fakes a 3 against Plummer. Now to Villaquette. Villaquette drives left, goes to the basket. He's going to be fouled before the shot. Nope, on the floor. It'll be out of bounds to the Culver Cavaliers baseline left.
Plummer's going to pick up his second, team 6th.
Villaquette will look triggered in. 6:38 to play in the game. Rochester at 54-23. Law pass comes in to Fisher. Now in the corner to Paul. Joseph Paul with the basketball against Allen. The man-to-man defense by the Zebras to Villaquette. Behind the arc, between the rings, left wing, now the left elbow. Kicks it outside to Fisher. Now to Ziaja. To Fisher in the corner to Villaquette. Gets a nice screen from Paul. Villaquette with the basketball at the free throw line in the paint. Goes to the basket, throws up a tough shot. No good. Offensive rebound. The putback is no good, but a foul coming on the Zebras.
And that's coming against Reinhardt. That's his 4th.
Brandon Jones will go back to the line to shoot 2. That is his 5th.
Oh.
Does anybody texting you about maybe not being in the game?
No.
Okay. 6:12 to play in the contest.
I wouldn't look at my phone anyway.
54-23 Rochester. Brandon Jones on the line to shoot 2 for the Cavaliers. Brandon Jones, a senior, misses the first freebie. He'll have one more. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Our next broadcast will be Saturday night as the Lady Zebras will battle Winnemac.
Where we'll try and give the score a little more often. Jones makes that free throw.
Full court press by the Cavs. Oh, and Trey Stasiak chucks her out of bounds. Culver going to get it back. 6:11 to play in the game. Rochester is up 54-24. Villiquette looks to get it in around Allen. Still looking to get it in. Lobs it over the top to Paul. Right side of Klingler. Feeds down loaded. Jones. Jones rises up over Stevens and puts it in.
Brandon Jones with all 4 points here in the fourth quarter for Culver.
Under 6 to play in the game. 54-26 Rochester. Man, Nick Allen being ridden all the way up the court. Gets in the lane, gets out to Stasiak. Back to Allen, just inside the arc, left side of the floor is short, and the rebound to Culver. Rochester's next game, the guys, November 30th at Winnemac. Hey, by the way, as Ziaja runs to the basket, throws up a tough shot and it goes in, there are no guy-girl doubleheaders this year. We had, what, 3 last year maybe?
Right, yeah. But there are about half a dozen evenings where both teams play at the same time.
Very true, yeah. Not against the same opponent, obviously.
No.
Brady Perez had his shot blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Rochester baseline right. Grant McCarter and Quinn Stasiak back in for the Zebras. Rochester will keep possession baseline right as Jerry Plummer will look to get it in. Plummer holds above his head. Bounce pass into Eli Stevens, a wide open layup. Nice job by the Zebras executing the inbounds play. And Eli Stevens was the recipient of a good pass and a good finish.
He'll get his first bucket of the night.
5 minutes to play in the game. 56-28 Rochester. Klingler in the corner to Ziaja. At the free throw line to Jones.
Oh,
man, Jones is pushing his way in with his elbow, and he gets it a shot to go.
Basket 45, Jones.
56-30. Quinn Stasiak runs the point. Hesitates, drives at the free throw line. Cut off by the defense out of Brady Perez. Shoot it. Brady Perez fakes right, goes left at the free throw line. Now still backing his way in the paint, goes to the glass, he puts it in off the window.
Perez gets his 20th point of the ball game.
Why shoot it from 25 feet when you can shoot it from a foot?
Well, one step for him is about 3.
That's
for
exactly
us.
right. Klingler travels, Rochester's going to get it back. Isaiah Jackson comes back into the game, and Brady Perez is done. I'm guessing he's done, he's coming out. Culver will use a timeout at the 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Boys will be home and the girls will be away, and it's going to be tough for those of us that do both to pick and choose.
Plummer gets it into Jackson. Culver down to 1 timeout left. 4:15 to play in the game. 58-30, Rochester on top. Quinn Stasiak on the left wing. Kicks it out to Grant McCarter, who's had 2 big threes tonight for the Zebras. Grant McCarter takes it left to the elbow, gives to Jackson. Isaiah stands with the ball above his head on the left wing behind the arc. Feeds down low. Eli Stevens. He rises up and puts it in hard for 2. He is a load.
He is.
He is a load for a sophomore.
When he gets his feet underneath
or senior, for that matter.
Yep.
Klingler, 3, baseline, nope. Rochester fighting for the rebound. Plummer comes out of there with it. Saves him going out of bounds to Jackson, and now Culver has it. Down low to Brandon Jones, and he is ridden out of bounds by Quinn Stasiak. And Jones will go to the line to shoot one in the bonus, as I believe he rolled the right ankle a little bit. He comes up hobbling.
Stasiak's first.
So Jones, it might be his knee actually. Jones will be at the line for one in the bonus. Odell will come in if he makes both of these.
Jones with 8 points for Culver, 6 of them here in this fourth quarter.
Again, Rochester leads Culver here tonight at Rochester High School, 60-30. Jones backs away from the free throw line. The officials looking at him, making sure he's all right to shoot these freebies. He steps back up and is ready to fire the first one.
I don't see any blood. He's okay.
It's a Kurt Schilling issue. He's got black socks. You won't see the blood for a while.
Right.
First one's good.
So at halftime score, Valley leads, or Warsaw leads Tippecanoe Valley 35-21.
Say that again.
35-21. Warsaw Valley.
Okay. So Jones makes both freebies, and Odell comes in for him. Culver will be in a full court press. 3:37 to play in the game. Rochester leads 60-32. Plummer looks to inbound. Does so to Quinn Stasiak. Quinn against the double team. Brings it up the floor. Crosses the timeline right in front of the bench. Runs away from Klingler. Goes to the basket. Shot is blocked. Picked up by the Cavs. Villaquette quickly through the center circle against Jackson. Works right side to Ziaja. He takes it to the right elbow. Jump stop out to Paul. Paul drives. He throws up a shot. Nope. Rebound to Stevens. Wow, just ripped it away from Klingler. Now to Grant McCarter. 3 to play in the game. Rochester up 60-32 over the Culver Cavaliers. Grant McCarter backs in. Out to Quinn Stasiak. He travels. Coming into the game for the first time for the Zebras, Nate Jacobs. He is a 5'10 junior, and Jerry Plummer will come out. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 3 minutes to play in the game. Rochester up 60-32. Joseph Paul through the center circle. Man-to-man defense by the Zebras. High on the right side is Ziaja. Gives him the corner to Paul. Outside, Paul taken away by Eli Stevens. Now to Isaiah Jackson. Isaiah goes to the basket, throws up a tough shot, no good. Ball being tipped around. Culver comes out of there with it. And then Quinn Stasiak steals the basketball. Quinn in the lane, and oh, you kidding me? He's going to be called for a charge. Wow. You talk about a flop.
That'll be his second.
Eli Yarborough comes into the game, and Eli Stevens to sit. 2.5 minutes to play in the basketball game. Rochester up 60-32, and Coach Kruger will take his final timeout. It's a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
To play in the game. Rochester up 60-32. Culver is out of timeouts. And Rochester, I believe, has all 5 of theirs. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. The ball's tipped around. Ball loose on the floor. Rochester has it. Now Grant McCarter with it. Nice hustle by Nate Jacobs for that loose ball. Quinn Stasiak high on the right side behind the arc. Holds the basketball. 2:15 to play in the game. Goes left to the volleyball, or the free throw line, outside to Jacobs. Jacobs, right elbow, jump stop, backdoor to Isaiah Jackson. He puts it up for two from 15 feet.
Jackson gets his first points of the game.
62-32, under 2 to play. Mans rises up off the window. Nope. Yarber grabs the board. Outlets to Graham McCarter. Coach Malco says, hey, let's slow down here a little bit. There's 100 seconds to play in this one. Let's not get anybody hurt. Jump stop to McCarter, out to Quinn Stasiak. Quinn holds. Quinn holds behind the arc in the left wing. Drives it right at the free throw line, out to Jackson. Isaiah with the basketball. Man-to-man defense by Culver. 90 seconds to play in the game. Jackson takes it left hard. He jump stops out to McCarter. High on the left side, about 5 feet behind the arc. Takes his man to the left or to the right. Has it stripped away from behind. Klingler will go coast to coast. Right-handed layup is good. 62-34, a minute 15 to play in the game. Grant McCarter across the timeline against Mans. Loses the handle. Now we're going to have a foul from behind, and that should send Grant McCarter to the line to shoot one of the bonus.
That's on Mans, his second.
Teammate at the line.
Again, Saturday night, Lady Zebras will be at Winamac. We'll have that ball game for you. Pre-game show around 7:15. Again, Saturday night. Well, I hope you have a nice Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. I know it's going to be full of football. Maybe a little basketball. We got a lane violation against the Zebras. They're going to wipe off that free throw and give it to Culver. That's a turnover. 1:05 to play in the game.
Full of football and turkey.
Yep. Odell, 15-footer. Quinn Stasiak with the board. 50 seconds. Down to 45. Rochester going to open the season 1-0. Stasiak kicks it out to Jacobs with 40. Jacobs takes it left, jump stop out to Quinn Stasiak with 35. Quinn holds and dribbles to the right at the free throw line, and now we're going to have a foul coming on Paul, and Quinn Stasiak will go to the line to shoot one of the bonus with 30 seconds to play in the game. Rochester up through the third quarter was shooting 53% from the floor.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
35% for Culver, and we'll get those final numbers here in a little bit. But like I said, I was more impressed at that time that we only had 9 turnovers for the first game of the season.
I've only got them for 13 now, so.
I think Coach Malco would take that, I'm guessing.
Sure.
Of course, I'm speaking for him, and I don't want to do that. The free throw no good.
You haven't learned yet?
Culver with the basketball with 28 seconds. 62-34. Paul quickly up the floor. High on the right side for the Cavaliers. Culver with the basketball. Bounce pass taken away by Jacobs. Down to McCarter with 17. So the first game of the regular season coming to an end here as we're down to 10 seconds. McCarter takes it left, down to 8. Backs it out of the timeline with 7. And that's going to do it. Rochester going to win this one 62-34. Post-game show coming up next. 92.1 WROI, RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value in Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well,
back at Rochester High School, the varsity game tonight goes to Rochester 62-34. JV game tonight won. The JV team tonight won 53-15. Quinn Stasiak with 10 in the JV contest, but Rochester kind of took control of this game, Brad, midway through the second quarter, never looked back.
Yeah, you're right. Perez got things started. He had 9 points in that first quarter. Culver fought back a little bit at the beginning of the second quarter, but a couple of three-pointers by Grant McCarter started the separation again, and from that point on, the defense just took over.
Yeah, and then what you said in the fourth quarter, that was only the 5th point Culver had scored in the second half.
Yeah.
So that says a lot about the Rochester defense and how they just kind of clamped down on them.
Only allowed 16 in that second half when it all was over with. So yeah, that third quarter, Rochester outscored them 19-4, and that really set the stage then for the final.
Post-game numbers?
Yep, for Culver. Mans finished with 2, Zaja with 3, Fisher with 4, Klingler with 6, Villaquette with 9, and Brandon Jones led the Cavaliers with 10 points. 8 of those coming in the fourth quarter. Culver was 9 of 15 from the free throw line. They committed 19 turnovers. For Rochester, Jackson with 2, Trey Stasiak with 3, Bryce Abbott with 2, Jerry Plummer with 4, Eli Stevens with 4, Kyle Reinhardt's with 2, Grant McCarter with 6, Alex Ottefield with 7, Nick Allen with 12, and Brady Perez led all scorers tonight with 20 points. The Zebras were also 9 of 15 from the free throw line, but they only turned the ball over 14 times.
Here's what I heard you say.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you say that there were many. Yeah. Tell me how many.
10 different players got the scoreboard.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Zebra head coach Rob Malco coming out right now, and so we'll keep it right here. Again, we're live on, of course, WROI and RTC4 for the post-game show. So we'll let Brad slide out here real quick and Rob slide in. Again, the final 62-34. Rochester now 1-0 in the season, and we'll get ready for Winnemac next week. Turn it around. There you go. You might want to come up here and sit beside me because we're live on RTC4, and they would rather look at you than me.
I don't know about that.
I can promise you that. Congratulations, Rob. Good way to start.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you, I thought Culver played well, and from the standpoint of what they had coming back from last year, you kind of go in thinking, you know, what their JV team was like last season and their guys coming back. But I'll tell you, I was impressed with their strength, their fundamentals. They took care of the ball for the most part. The shooting, I think, you know, we always talk about, hey, we didn't shoot the ball well. I'd like to think our defense helped in that. Well,
we're up through 3 quarters. You're at 53%.
Yeah, and I felt like in the second half, especially too, I thought we did a better job of closing out on their shooters and putting pressure on them and them having trouble getting the fall.
You allowed 5 points in the third quarter, maybe even 3 points in the third quarter, and that was contributed, I mean, mainly because your defense just clamped down on them.
Well, and I just told the guys that, you know, before we went out, and you guys know how it is, you know, I know Brad played in the first 3 minutes of the second half when you got a lead, say 10 or more points, you can give a knockout punch.
Yeah.
And I told him you can either knock them out or it's game on. if we let them get a couple quick buckets and get some momentum. And I thought we did a good job. You know, we tried a little blitz package to start the half, and they got through it quickly. Unfortunately, missed the layup, but then after that, we were pretty hard to get through.
You only had 2 double-figure scores. However, you had 10 kids score.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I talked about before the game, I mean, last night was an interesting coaches meeting because we're just trying to figure out rotations, we're trying to figure out opportunities, and I felt like everybody that played tonight took advantage of their opportunity.
I agree. I think the 2 biggest threes of the game, Culver had cut you guys to 7, and Graham McCarter hit buried 2 from the top of the key unguarded.
Yeah, he's, you know, it's one of those things where he really works hard on his shot, and he can shoot the ball, and if you can shoot the ball, well, you can play this game.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard a coach go, you know, I'm not looking for a shooter. So I'm looking for a real good defender. I don't need a shooter. So the three-point line really changes that for kids. If you can knock down that shot, it puts your the need for that person at a higher level.
Well, you know as well as I do, if you can hit the outside shot consistently, Alex Onafield and Eli Stevens are going to eat up the inside.
There's no question, no question. I thought that's going to be important for us. And the game is transforming right before our eyes year after year as kids work harder and harder on the three-point shot. And it's getting to the point where as a team, if you can't knock down threes with some consistency, you're not going to win games because the other team will. And so it's nice to have maybe this season 4 or 5 guys who can make that shot, and 2 or 3 that are pretty good at it.
Yeah. You know, you go back to Eli Stevens, he's a load, Rob. He is a load down there.
He is, and I thought, you know, he came out in the halftime, he's like, Coach, what do? I just not playing well. And I said, well, it's called a process. You're fine. It's experience. And I said, when you get your opportunity, slow down. Because right now I think the game was just kind of going in a whirlwind for him. And he did, took a deep breath, and when he got back out there in the second half, he was much stronger in how he finished. He wasn't in as big a hurry.
I thought you guys disguised your defenses really well. There was times where I wasn't sure if you were running a 2-3 or a man.
Well, yeah, you know, we really want to play good ball side defense, and when you do that, I think it's really a zone, but it's almost like a matchup zone if you're playing it like you're supposed to. But with the touch of hopefully denying the ball to a certain point and putting pressure on the ball where you don't do that as much in a zone. But overall, I think we got a team this year where we can play more man because they're a little more athletic across the board. And
you're deep.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you bring off in the second half there Isaiah Jackson in that second quarter and Trey Stasiak in the third quarter, and when he went in, man, he was getting after it defensively, knocks down that big shot at the end of the quarter, and you know, that was fun to see those guys step out there and play well.
JV finished the first quarter 19-0. That was impressive.
You know, like we said, I mean, I was talking to their coach, and when you got 14 guys that I got that I can play, I can't play them all enough, so we got to slide, you know, 4 or 5 of those guys down and get some JV minutes so they can play games because they're coming back next season and we need them playing. And I don't think Coach Kelly minds that.
I would think not. Hey, congratulations. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you Saturday night.
All right, you guys too. Yeah, absolutely. Now I have to stop thinking basketball for about a day or two, and then I got to.
You're giving her a whole day or two?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not easy in this profession, but I guess you only get married once, right?
That's exactly right.
We hope.
Yeah, right.
Don't we hope?
So right on.
All right.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Zebra head coach Rob Malco here on the postgame show. And again, Rochester wins the varsity contest tonight, 62-34. Yeah. And like we just mentioned, 2 of the 10 scores were the only ones in double figures.
Yeah.
But 10 in the scoring column. And one of them wasn't Calvary Lingenfelder.
Yeah, you're right. And a couple more could have been in a scoring column had it not been for, you know, missed free throws.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very balanced offense for Rochester tonight. And I thought, as you mentioned in the post game, that the defense started it all. That's where it all began.
Yep.
And that zone was no way a setback and wait for Culver to do something kind of zone. They came out and attacked. And
well, I hope everyone has a nice Thanksgiving. Safe Thanksgiving. Eat too much. So, Jeremy, Kelly, happy Thanksgiving. RTC, 4 employees over there, so we appreciate them. And
I can't see that far, but I'll take your word for it.
So the final again, 62-34. Rochester now 1-0. Culver slips to 0-1. Our next broadcast will be Saturday night as the Rochester Lady Zebras will battle Winnemac. Paul, thank you for your time back at the radio station. For Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. We'll talk to you Saturday night. See you.
Bye.
Thanks, Paul.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.